So guys, let us welcome Piyush ji from Cranex with a round of applause. Sir, welcome. पीयूष जी जो हैं ये मेरे स्टूडेंट हैं, डेडिकेटेड और बहुत ही जबरदस्त काम कर रहे हैं. आप अकेले आए, बेटा भी आया है? अच्छा, तो पीयूष जी को हमने स्पेशली बुलाया था. पीयूष जी, ये सारा हमारा नया बैच है, तो और आपने तो जो है बहुत अच्छे से चीज़ों को समझा, इम्प्लीमेंट किया. तो थोड़ा सा आप अगर शेयर करें कि क्या करा, कैसे किया, और इनको थोड़ा मोटिवेट करें, गाइड करें, बिकॉज दे जस्ट बिगिन द जर्नी. ओवर टू यू.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. It's been a wonderful experience working with you. And first of all, I must thank all your team members. सबका बहुत support मिला है throughout. We had our previous sheets, our previous forms, FMS and delegation sheets जो हम follow कर रहे थे. लेकिन उनमें कई जगह दिक्कत आती थी and it required a lot of manual follow up. The EA and the PC को सबको एक-एक sheet, एक-एक page देखना पड़ता था. But along with their help, we managed to make dashboards for everyone. So for example, I found that the maximum time is spent in following up with people for getting work done. So for that, we have a delegation system. Delegation system, I'm sure all of you all know कि you all are following it. लेकिन उसमें ये होता है कि if you don't follow up the delegation, result नहीं निकलता था. So it was a big job to follow up because over a period of time, काफी delegation काम बढ़ जाता था, and then whatever is not followed up was not getting done. So then we got a dashboard made which would show कि क्या pending है. Can we share that sheet? Okay, yeah. We'll just share that sheet to you. We got a dashboard made by the help of CEO IT Box. Sanjeev ji's team was very helpful. Abhishek and Prem were very helpful in that. तो बनाया उससे, then it is very easy to see कि कहाँ पर क्या pending है. Similarly, for our FMS, for different processes, we have FMSs. आप लोग भी शायद FMS follow करते होंगे. That's a very useful way of working. तो FMS में भी जहाँ जहाँ steps pending है, you don't get to know कि किसका क्या pending है, then it holds up the entire work. So for that also, we have got a dashboard made, and then that gives the whole process in a very easy way to make out. And I would also like to add one more thing. Sanjeev ji was talking about culture. Culture is really very, very important. I can tell you, for example, like, he said that people leave. Sometimes people do leave in spite of you wanting to hold them, but they leave. So we, as a policy, follow ki koi jaye bhi, they should go with very good feeling. And so many people who have left, when they go to somewhere else and then maybe some other customer contacts them or somebody gets in touch with them, they still get back to us and tell us, you please talk to this person. This person is looking for some work. They look for some help from you. So, that once you have a good feeling with people, that makes a huge, big difference. So this, I think you can see it here. Yeah. My company is Cranex Limited. We manufacture overhead cranes. So from that, we'll show you. Yeah. This is not exactly the type of crane, but this is a kind of, you can say, a working environment in the factory that there are people working all over the place. So there's a lot of work. So for the morning huddle also, we started the system. We used to lose a lot of time in the morning because daily the work requirement used to change for people on the shop floor. तो पहले सबको काम करवा के बता के करवाने में used to take a lot of time. So once we started this morning huddle, everybody knows what is to be done, what is the target for the day, and that started making a lot of difference, and we started getting better output. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so this is about our company. Not so important. We do a lot of work for governments. Most of our clients are governments or large public limited companies. So earlier we used to have a lot of challenges. Automation was very limited. It was very difficult to scale up. Very often, instead of feeling happy after getting an order, we used to get tense कि अरे एक और संचल पड़ गया, काम बढ़ गया. So because we didn't have a process of automating things. And that's why we decided to work with Sanjeev ji, and that has been a great help. I'll show you, these are the kind of FMS we did the automation and also for performance, you can see here. And this led to these kind of results. Let me show you. Like this is for delegation. You see that here, this just shows in a dash what is pending, what is left out, and where what is there. So it gives you in one sheet, and you know exactly what to follow up. And similarly for the FMS here also, this is one dashboard. This is so many things. It's very difficult to see in such a large sheet. So when you see it on a dashboard, it becomes very easy to see what is pending, what is done, what is not done, where what we have to follow up. And all this was done with their help. It was a great big help. And this is the kind of, this is just an example, but yes, definitely our leads have increased a lot because when we get an inquiry from somebody, we respond very much faster. The revenue has gone up because we are able to do more production, do the more work, and time efficiency, of course, because everything is getting done more smoothly, less follow-up required, less effort required. So this has been a great, great journey working with them. Anybody has any questions, anything they'd like to ask? And this is our type of business, but I'm sure with their support and help, any kind of business, any kind of work, because har ek business ki requirement would be different, but because it's adaptable and you can change it, the basic concept the same hi rehta hai. So it is not a problem. It apply to all types of businesses.
So Piyush ji, first of all, guys, let's have a round of applause for Piyush ji for taking out his valuable time. तो पीयूष जी ये जानना चाहेंगे कि जैसे जर्नी है ये ऐसा तो है नहीं कि एक ही दिन में हो गया, तो आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा, क्या चैलेंजेस फेस किया और आप क्या रिकमेंड करेंगे बाकी हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को कि ये लोग कैसे करें?
जैसे आपने कहा, इट टेक्स टाइम, इट रिक्वायर्स अ लॉट ऑफ पेशेंस, और एक अच्छा टीएमई होना बहुत जरूरी है. समबडी हु कैन डू ऑल दिस वर्क, इसलिए कि खुद करना तो बहुत मुश्किल है और खुद अपने सर पे लेंगे तो फिर काम करना मुश्किल हो जाता है. But this what I found कि it is very important to have one good DME. DME means person who can do all the computer work. तो वो हो तो उसको आप बताओ वो काम करता है. That is how it works for us. And patience तो चाहिए और time भी लगता है. And you have to keep on testing it and trying it out कि कहाँ दिक्कत आ रही है, क्या problems आ रही है.
So what culture creating activities have you done to increase your turnover or something?
Culture ka, what we tell our people, first of all, is that, see, ours is about a 51-year-old company. And I tell everyone, look, I have been in this business for 51 years. Everybody doesn't know me, but everybody knows our company. In our industry, we are fairly well known. We've been there for a long time. So I said, कि आप जो भी काम कर रहे हो, you remember that you are like an ambassador of the company. जैसे कि इंडिया का एम्बेसडर कहीं बाहर जाता है, सिमिलरली यू आर एन एम्बेसडर ऑफ योर कंपनी. इफ यू टेल समबडी आई एम XYZ, कोई नहीं पहचानेगा. आप बोलो मैं कंपनी क्रेनेक्स से आया हूँ, दे विल लुक एट यू विद रिस्पेक्ट. So that is the kind of product you should make. That is the kind of behavior you should have. That people respect you for the organization that you belong to. And once they start feeling that, and then their whole attitude towards the company and their work changes a lot.
But how have you reduced your attrition? What have you done? Okay, people are not moving outside for maybe a higher salary or something. What have you done? मतलब उसने तो आपको बता दिया कि yes, you are working for XYZ company, okay,
Right.
and we are doing very good. We are 51 years old and we just manufacture best of the best kinds. But what have you actually done to retain them, and how have you satisfied them? How have you made sure कि culture ऐसा हो कि you don't have to work on retaining them? They are being retained on their own. Like sir was saying कि सर मैं तो आता हूँ, उससे पहले प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाती है, वो बंदा यहीं रह जाता है. तो उसके लिए क्या किया हमने?
उसके लिए इट इज नॉट जस्ट एक चीज से नहीं होता है. इट इज एन ओवरऑल एक फीलिंग क्रिएट करनी पड़ती है दैट दे ऑल लाइक अ पार्ट ऑफ अ फैमिली. लाइक जैसे संजीव जी ने कहा कि यू शुड ऑलवेज टॉक टू देम पोलाइटली. दैट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज हैव दैट people talk very aggressively. That really upsets people. We celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, and we also do an employee of the month. Every month we have a small function where we honor one person from the office, one person and two people from the shop floor. तीनों को सबके सामने बुलाकर कैश रिवॉर्ड देते हैं, प्लस रिकॉग्निशन देते हैं, प्लस ऑफ कोर्स समोसा, चाय एंड ऑल दैट बिजनेस. बट सबके सामने बुला के सबको अप्रिशिएट करने से, सबको रिकॉग्नाइज करने से that makes them feel very nice. और स्पेशली हम उनको encourage करते हैं जो people who are learning new skills or trying to come up, उनको appreciate करने से we find that more and more people want to upgrade themselves and work harder in the company.
So basically, sir, आप एक task देते हैं, if the task is done, तो you appreciate them, basically.
What I'm saying is that, you know, what we do is an employee of the month. That means पूरे महीने में, out of all the, suppose we have like 150 employees. So out of the office, maybe we have about 30, 40 people in the office. Out of that, we will choose one person who's done outstanding work in that month.
ये ना ये recognize him. How do you recognize him?
गगन सुनो, ये मैं बता रहा हूँ भी, ये एक्चुअली सारे स्टेप्स हैं, एक कोई पर्टिकुलर स्टेप ऐसा बड़ा स्टेप नहीं है जिससे कल्चर क्रिएट हो जाएगा. आर यू गेटिंग मी? तो जो स्टेप्स आपको मैंने बताया ना, वो 8 ब्लॉक्स हैं, उन पर ही इन्होंने भी काम किया है. तो यू हैव टू फॉलो द ऑल दो स्टेप्स, बिकॉज हमारे को थोड़ा जल्दी रहती है कि मैं ये करूं और हो जाए. तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. कल्चर जो है वो उन्हीं चीजों का एंड रिजल्ट है. जैसे सेल्स है, तो आप सेल्स नहीं कर सकते, आप कस्टमर से मिल सकते हो, उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट समझ सकते हो, आप कोटेशन भेज सकते हो, उसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो, सेल्स तो अपने आप हो जाती है. तो ये सारी एक्टिविटीज करने से कल्चर अपने आप क्रिएट हो जाता है.
संजीव जी दिखाया, इट इज एब्सोल्युटली एक चीज से नहीं होगा, यू हैव टू कीप ऑन कॉन्स्टेंटली एडिंग टू इट. तो कुछ लोग आएंगे, कुछ लोग जाएंगे, दैट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ प्रोसेस ऑफ लाइफ. बट लेकिन ये होना चाहिए कि जो जाए खुशी खुशी जाए, जिससे कि ही इज लाइक एन एम्बेसडर एवरीवेयर. कहीं भी बाहर गया तो आपके बारे में अच्छी बात बोले.
तो वो फीलिंग है, वो फीलिंग अगर वो जो आप दिमाग में रख के चलोगे, उसी से कल्चर क्रिएट होना शुरू हो जाता है. देखो, जिस दिन मैंने डिसाइड कर लिया कि ये फैमिली मेंबर है, ये सिर्फ एम्प्लॉय नहीं है, तो एक्चुअल में तो कल्चर उसी दिन से क्रिएट होना शुरू हो जाता है. तो गाइस, यू कैन इंटरेक्ट विद पीयूष जी, विल बी हियर फॉर लंच. तो जरूर इनसे मिलिएगा, इंटरेक्ट करिएगा. लेट्स हैव अ ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर हिम टू कम हियर एंड encourage all of us.
And I applaud Sanjeev ji for his great help and support and his entire team on this.